one of the cryptocurrency has been front and center of this geopolitical conflict, and the Ukraine specifically has received, as of yesterday, over $16 million in crypto donations, which have been used for various purposes, whether to purchase critical supplies like gas, food, and military equipment. The donations are actually being distributed from the government's digital wallets, which are set up by Kiev-based crypto exchange KUNA. So joining us to discuss this in more detail is Michael Chobanian, founder of KUNA. Good morning, Michael.
Hello, guys.
Thank you. We're so happy to have you back on the show. So let's just start with how are you doing? How's it going? What's it
since we last saw you
right now?
Well, but you could look at my whatever I'm wearing. Yeah, this is pretty much all I have left. I have 2 cars left, and I have my crypto, and that's pretty much it. Wherever. The rest was, just left in Kiev, unfortunately. So you're showing the pictures right now, with the people in the bunkers in the Kiev. So comparing to them, I'm probably really, really good. At least no one is bombing anyone around me. But it's tough. It's tough.
I'm sure. Well, thank you so much for making time to talk to us. You're doing some really amazing work in helping to distribute these donations from all over the world to Ukraine. I'd love to hear a little bit more about that. I don't know what the actual number is now. Our colleague Sandali reported yesterday that I think total, looking at a bunch of wallets, there was about over $16 million. It's a really impressive campaign. Can you just tell us a little bit about how much money Ukraine has received via cryptocurrency and actually how it's being distributed?
We need to have a look at my Twitter. I think the information was posted a couple of minutes ago, or maybe an hour ago. It's close to 20 million, I think, now, out of which we spent more than 14 already just yesterday. Sorry, I'm because I don't get much sleep. Could you repeat the question? I totally forgot what else you asked me.
Sure. If you could just tell us a little bit more about how the money is being deployed.
Oh, okay. So basically, we have 2 funds. The first fund I started was it 2 days ago as my incentive. And then the Ministry of Digital Transformation saw that move, and the minister approached me and said, let's do the national fund. So we also launched the national fund. So now we have 2 funds. The government fund is being used for the purposes of the Ministry of Defense. It's so difficult to get the words into my head. It's being coordinated by the Ministry of Digital Transformation, but the money is going towards the army, basically. So they say where we should pay and how much we should pay, and so on and so on. So it's all military stuff. Then my private fund, that we use all that money from the government is going for the special forces. So the people who know exactly what to do with the special equipment, with so the most efficient way to distribute wherever we are buying. My personal fund, we spend it on most of it on evacuating people, buying petrol, feeding people, supplying militia. Is it called militia? When just regular people get a gun and protect the city. So I think it's called militia, yeah, something like that. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we're helping them. With the government fund, we're also buying some petrol, I think. So something like that. So it's mix and match of everything.
And, it's really interesting because this is kind of a really big test case for crypto in a moment of crisis. And as you said, the vast majority of it has actually left the wallet. So that's already impressive. Has it been fairly smooth in terms of getting the crypto, into fiat, or getting the crypto into other crypto payments, or able to spend on what you need, or have there been bottlenecks or just obstacles?
That's my business, so I know exactly how to convert fiat to crypto, and crypto to crypto, or crypto to fiat. So we can do that. And so yeah, we're doing it really efficient, but the majority of spending is actually done in crypto. So I reach out to my friends and to my partners in Europe and US, and we managed to do like some kind of mix and match between converting crypto to fiat or paying directly in crypto, and my friends are paying in fiat for us. Um, it's like we use all kind of combination, even transferring crypto to cash and then paying with cash, for some supplies in Poland, for example, like the medical supplies. We just, have a lot of people on the ground in Poland who are just who have cash from us, and they buy whatever is required in the for the what you call it, for the medicine, for the healing people and so on and so on.
So, Michael, you have several wallets. You have one that's Bitcoin, one that's ETH, one that's Polkadot now, and Tether. What roughly
Tron.
how much is and Tron? Okay, so you have quite a few. Where is the majority of that of the donations coming into? Like, what kind of cryptocurrency, and what's the preferred method? You mentioned you mentioned before that you're able to convert to fiat quickly. But what would be easiest for people, for you, to convert to fiat? Which of all those is it?
That's a very good question. Thank you for that. So you can look at the on my Twitter. I post every 3 hours the status of what we collected and in which currencies, native currencies, and then the equivalent in US dollars. So the most popular ones are obviously Bitcoin, Ether, and then USDT on Tron network. Now we are waiting for 5 million from Gavin, who offered us, if we add Polkadot, he's going to send us 5 million in a dot. So we are still waiting for that. Justin Sun has sent us a lot of money. Vitalik Buterin sent us a lot of money. So the majority of all these funds is being converted to Bitcoin and Ether because that's the preferred method for the most. Then USDT because it's just easy to to understand what's the amount. There is no risk in conversion.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that because overnight we saw this big run up in the price of Bitcoin. Is that helpful or harmful for the efforts there? And what do you suppose caused that? I mean, do you think that it's potentially sanctioned actors in Russia and Belarus trying to get out of their rubles to get into Bitcoin?
Whoever is doing it, I'm grateful because we have fixed amount of crypto, and if you convert it to US dollars equivalent, we'll have more with every single hour. So that's great. Who did that? I don't know. To be honest, I had no time, looking what's happening in crypto. The only thing that I noticed an hour ago that Uniswap created a bridge from all the tokens which you can convert, and it will be converted to Ether, and Ether will be going directly to our fund. So Uniswap, if you're watching this, thank you very much. You're good. So preferred methods: Bitcoin, Ether, and worst case scenario USDT, USDC. Tron is also good. We can easily convert that into Ether and Bitcoin.
And from what I understand, you also were the one instrumental in helping the Ukraine Twitter handle, which is the official Twitter handle of Ukraine, to set up their wallets and such.
Yeah, that's correct. So the way it works, so we had to move fast. So I used my infrastructure of KUNA, and so we are collecting most of it through KUNA. So KUNA is like the first step. We collect there. We make sure the transaction is valid because government doesn't know how to properly manage the crypto. So we check whether it's clean crypto or coming from the dark web, because if it comes from dark web, there is not much I can do with it later. So we have to double check that it's all valid and clean. And then we obviously send to cold storage on multisig. So that's why if you look at the blockchain, you'll see that the transaction coming in and then later with the certain time they're going out. That's how we manage. I mean, it happens on all the exchanges, so that's quite obvious for whoever runs the exchange.
Michael,
we collect and then send it to cold wallets.
I also noticed that the Vice Prime Minister of Ukraine, Mikhailo Fedorov, was asking that all major crypto exchanges block addresses of Russian users. He said that it's crucial to freeze not only the addresses linked to Russian and Belarusian politicians, but also to sabotage ordinary users. And I'm wondering, should crypto exchanges block Russian users? Do you agree with that? Is that something KUNA has already done?
That's a political question. From being a crypto anarchist, I strongly oppose that. Being Ukrainian, whose homeland is being bombed right now, and it's just devastating. So I have to balance between the rationale and emotions. So what we done, we blocked rubles. So there are no more rubles on the KUNA exchange, and all of the cryptocurrencies in Ukraine have already done so. Binance still continues to support ruble, which is bad, I think. It's a big mistake that they're doing it. With regards to blocking crypto, I think it's a bad idea because out of the whole population of Russia, the people who are actually disconnected from the TV and thus are less being brainwashed by the propaganda are actually crypto guys. So I think that it's not really wise to block their crypto because, I mean, they actually the guys who actually help us to bring down the regime from inside of Russia and Belarus. So my personal position is that we shouldn't block any amounts by the owned by the Russians unless we know that that's a government official or we suspect that this is a government official. So that's my personal opinion that what we should do.
Michael, just to sort of address a kind of a wider audience here for people who don't follow crypto that carefully, can you explain why cryptocurrency is just such a powerful tool for in these kinds of situations for raising money directly for Ukraine? Like why cryptocurrency can work in a way that other means of payment cannot?
Well, first of all, it's fast. And if you want to send money to Ukraine, to any government body, you have to do it via SWIFT. And SWIFT takes a time. It's not instant. So if you're lucky, it will be 1 day. Second thing, there is no one to ask whether you can send your money or not. If you want to use the banking system, the banker can ask you, what's this transaction, why you are sending this money? And especially with the large amounts of money, it will be a lot of questions. So here, crypto helps in that way. I think that's the major points at the moment, and yeah, I think that's the major ones. So fast, and if you own your keys, you're in charge.
Michael, last time you were here, I think I asked you about opening up KUNA to more non-Ukrainian accounts. Do you think that that's something that is going to be accelerated with everything going on, just to add more liquidity and make things easier, or is that just such a headache? To be honest, I don't really care. Yeah. I don't really care. I care about my country, so I don't spend even the tiny bit of my time devoted to KUNA. I don't know how much, what's the volume, how many new users we are. I have no clue. To be honest, I don't care. All I care is I want to come back home. That's what I want to do. Yeah. So I do wherever I can to speed up this process. Yeah, I guess my question had to do along those lines is that, do you think that would be helpful in terms of accelerating some of the things that you're doing right now and making that happen and getting more crypto in the hands of people in Ukraine?
Well, obviously that will help. That's definitely helps. So we don't really care about the rules of the law because there is no law when there's a war. So if someone wants to open up an account and they want to, use KUNA, I'll be really grateful for that, because with those commissions, I can support my team so I can continue doing whatever I'm doing right now. So yeah, that's definitely support. But, opening up to, sanctioned countries would be a bad idea even in wartime. So, I have to be cautious here. and especially with the U.S. citizens. You know, maybe it's okay now, but I mean, I don't want to have the implications when this will finish, because it will finish eventually at some point.
Michael, when we last saw you, we couldn't have imagined that this would happen and it would get to this point, but we see the incredible work that you're doing, and I wish you safety, Godspeed. Please be safe. That was KUNA
Thank you very
founder.
much, and I want to use this opportunity to thank all the crypto guys who already helped us. I want to thank you for spreading information, because this is our main weapon. The people in Russia are so brainwashed. It's so crazy. I mean, I speak to my relatives in Russia. I speak to my friends who are, well, some of them are even crypto guys, and it's incredible how they're brainwashed. You know, they think that nothing is happening in Ukraine, that it's like a special operation. People are not dying, and they don't even know that the military of Russia is actually bombing civilians, and they drop bombs on our cities. This is crazy. They think that it's all fake, because they've been told that this is fake, and they believe their government. So we have to bring down that government, and I'm sure that crypto guys would be the guys who will do that. And after that, we're going to create the DAO. No more centralization.